Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heroes of the Vale. I am joined by the amazing players that you see before you: Hope Lavelle, Anne Bradford, Lauren Urban, and Jen Kretschmer. How is everyone doing there in chat?
Wonderful.
Hi.
Yeah,
Everybody's so good.
So, yeah, it's very good to be back. We had a little bit of a hiatus. Previously on Heroes of the Vale, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. A bag of devouring ate all of our heroes, all but Keen, which is why Keen is not amongst us today. Inside that bag of holding was an entire demi-plane, filled with strange and unusual creatures, including a giant gelatinous cube that had been trapped in a tower, which our noble heroes were so kind to not only not be eaten by, but also helped it escape. After that, they traveled to the Great Wasteland to find an obsidian castle by an evil wizard named Vordred, whose chief soldiers, he called them orcs, but for some reason they had pig faces instead. And so a lot of things were amiss in this strange world, and after several attempts at monologue by Vordred being interrupted, he finally lost his cool and just sent everyone out of the bag of devouring, finally. You did discover that this was sort of a prison demi-plane that Eberron had been sending his enemies from way, way, way back in the day. And you were all regurgitated into... I can't keep a straight face. You were all regurgitated into your flying castle Storm Herald to find it destroyed on the side of a mountain. And all of the suns have disappeared. And in the distance, you can see the ocean of the dead has taken over the entire world. And many, many years have actually gone by while you were in that demi-plane. Far more than you spent there. And that is where we begin the game. You are outside staring at statues, all of which are the likeness of yourselves, and a message written by Keen saying, "I'm sorry that I could not find you." And you see no one alive.
Did Keen sign it? Or how do we know it was Keen?
It wasn't signed, but it was like a little slash Keen. So it was a quote by Keen.
And we don't see any bodies. We don't see any other people.
You see bodies.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna run over the closest body. How long does it look like it's been dead?
Decades.
Briv just starts kicking them over, trying to roll them over.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on a moment. We can get some answers. Is there a body that has that still has its full head and face available?
Yes.
Okay. Okira's gonna cast Speak with Dead.
How long can that? Oh man. Yeah, that works.
You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. But I'm figuring if these aren't moving, and she would know, and if it's got a mouth, then yeah.
You find the skeleton leaning up against the dead tree where the dryad once lived in the center courtyard amongst the statues. And it's a humanoid skeleton, and you cast Speak with the Dead.
Is the tree there?
Yeah, it's dead though, but it's there. It's got a split down the center of it, and it's been set on fire. At that moment, you hear this raspy, you almost hear breath, just... Who are you?
Okira will quickly look at her friends and say, "We get 5 questions, so if anybody has a question they really want to ask, let me know." And I'm going to turn back to the skeleton, and she's going to ignore its question, and she's going to say, "How did you die?"
Saranthus killed all of us.
She'll look back at everybody.
Briv is poking Orkira on the shoulder.
What?
Ask the vile fiend, who is Saranthus? And he's very proud of himself.
Can you tell me more about Saranthus and what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, she'll turn back to everybody. Yeah, so it's not under a compulsion to actually, like, chat with me. That's annoying, but that's... I didn't come up with the spell, Paylor did. Anyone want to try anything else?
Penelope will inspect the tree.
Wait.
Alindra?
When did you die?
When exactly did you die?
Years ago.
Years ago.
50. Two more questions.
Not asking the skeleton.
No, it actually, I think it only responds to me, so we can...
Okay. Did Keen lead the charge? Did Keen escape? Where are we? What started this?
When thou last saw Keen, what was his status? We must be careful. 'Tis a clever corpse.
Or dumb, either way.
The reading of it is that only Okira can ask the question? Is that correct?
I thought so. Let me triple check.
That's the only reason I asked, is because thou said
Doesn't comprehend anything.
I need
to look at
clarify something.
It doesn't specify in the spell, but I'm the one that cast it. So
Oh, okay. Well,
that's been, so I'll leave it up to you, but
it's up to you, Briv. Would you have whispered that to Okira to make sure that
absolutely would not. Briv is
just a little bit of
smarter than
telephone?
yeah. No, it just talks about answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it, or if it recognizes me as an enemy. It doesn't know anything except what it knew in life, so it can't answer things after death. All right, so Okira will turn back and say, when was the last time you saw Keen, Deopreth? What was he doing?
He was talking to you now.
No.
Does this corpse look like an Eladrin?
Roll investigation check.
Keen, thou hast seen better days.
Investigation. Oh dear. That's a 4.
I wonder if he succeeded on his wild hunt.
What? What does this mean?
It means he is dead.
What? No. No, Keen cannot die. He is a great hero.
All of us can die.
I have one more question. What should we ask?
Oh, Kira, are they bound to tell the truth?
No. They're not. But it doesn't
So then it
return
is
us.
mine.
Oh,
It's
No,
possible. I don't know why it would, if that is true.
Ask Keen's now revived momentarily corpse if... ask him how we can avenge his death.
no. Wait. We need to know if it's actually him.
Yes.
It's something only Keen would know.
Ask him if he plants coins in the field.
Ask him how we met.
That would be a question.
I only get one more question. This would confirm it or deny it was him. But after that, I would have to cast the spell again, and I would have to cast on somebody else. I can't do it again on the same corpse within 10 days.
Only Keen
Give me a
would know
moment,
how we
I'm
met.
searching my memory.
Okira's gonna look back at the corpse, whoever he is, and say,
What would you ask of us right now?
Go to the library of the Norn.
Tis obviously not Keen.
The glowing in the eyes fades, and the whatever magic was inside the body dissipates, and you hear a slow exhale.
Briv begins to look for his weapons, at least what he remembered he wielded.
For the Keen
I'm
wielded,
going to begin.
Yes.
you find
Not for
his spear.
pillaging, but to try to verify that this is actually him.
His spear is next to him.
I pick it up. 'Tis Keen.
No. No, it's not. Penelope climbs the
Just because
tree
you're
and she
holding
just
the spear
hides.
wouldn't make you Keen.
That's right.
It
Someone
could be
could have
something
taken
else. It could be convenience. I refuse to believe it's him until we know for sure.
Thou canst be in denial all that thy wishes. I
You don't
shall
find it
travel to the
convenient that the
library.
one corpse we pick would be Keen.
I
Volo
think that it is rather poetic. He was
You
a
don't
good
think
friend.
that we could be misled.
Of course we
We've been
can.
trapped repeatedly.
Keen would
I
not
don't
die
believe
so
a word
easily.
it says. I'm with Penelope on this.
Thou
It
dost
is a
not know if
trick.
it was easy. He might have wielded this spear with a very god sending him to his demise.
No, because
It
if
still
he were
could be a
dead, then it would be
heroic
our
death.
fault. He's not dead, okay?
It's not our fault. We were not here.
Exactly. His death would be on our hands.
No.
Okira's been like kneeling by the body for a while, and at this she'll stand up and she'll hold up the bag and she'll say,
Whoever sent this is responsible. Either this was horrible luck, or this was sent to remove us. We are not responsible for this. Whoever trapped us in here is responsible for this. That corpse said two things that require us to investigate: the Library of Norn and Saranthus.
So I need to clarify something because I know that name has been mentioned before. I just don't know if it has been mentioned out loud or not. I cannot remember.
Saranthus
Yes.
is the name of
Something
the.
we've all heard.
Yeah, wasn't Saranthus the name of the fire god that I spoke to?
Yeah, the other god.
Yeah.
So I think it was mentioned, but I don't want to meta this.
No. Okira, in fact, I think she had the discussion with you specifically because you did like a religion or a history check and remembered who that might be, like a newer god.
And Okira on multiple occasions has asked about this particular god.
Yeah.
Briv wants to inspect Keen's body for wounds, or I'm in particular looking for anything that looks like potentially scratches or anything. I know it's 50 years, but still just trying to figure out. Ultimately, my intent is to try to see if Briv thinks that Keen was undead prior to him having final death, i.e., did Saranthus come in and cleanse this place?
No, he was burned alive.
Okay.
Not
I would
like a normal fire, but like radiant. A radiant energy.
This is impossible.
I would like to begin. Okira, we should perform the rites over the dead.
We should, but we
Whoever
should.
they are, Penelope, they deserve to be put to rest.
Penelope climbs the broken tree and she begins to hide.
In case anyone would like to know this, I am fairly familiar with the results of burns, and these bodies do not appear to be burned by normal fire.
Okira's going to look at the body and then
it
look
looks
at the
more
tree.
like the energy that your sun god imbues you with, Okira.
Yeah, are there any other bodies around or the tree? Can she do a quick examination and confirm that this was radiant fire?
You can make an investigation. Or Arcana roll. I mean, you've seen these type of wounds before, but if you want to figure out if everyone did.
So the good news is I rolled a natural 20 on my investigation. The bad news is I have a -1. So it's a 19, but it is natural 20.
Most everyone here was destroyed by radiant energy. Their flesh was almost seared completely off their bones.
Does that include the tree?
Yes. However, there's a massive crack in the center of the tree as if it had been torn apart. First.
Riv, I wonder if this place fell and then Saranthus cleansed, like you said.
'Tis the only explanation for why the ocean of the undead are not in this place, as far as I'm concerned.
Alindra, do you want to spend some time and gather the bodies and we can do this?
Yes.
As a group? I don't know if we want to spend the time.
Should. They deserve to be put to rest.
Put to rest in a mass grave.
Or just at
Riv,
least.
This will ensure that no one comes back.
Very well. I'm offering assistance. And then he just grabs one of the corpses from the ground, lays it over his shoulder, scoops up another one to hold under that, grabs another one by the collar. Tell me where.
As you pick up two of these bodies, you find the skeleton of a very large winged creature that looks very much like Beakbreaker.
Briv drops the skeletons and falls to his knees and begins to just very, very low kind of squeal just a little bit, barely audible.
I put out.
And he eventually just lowers his head.
I'm so sorry, Briv. We have to find a way. We have to find a way to stop this.
Stop what? It's already happened. We can't do anything.
It's
we
happened
cannot
here, but they
defeat
want to
time.
go. They want to go elsewhere. They came from somewhere else. They want to go infect another place. This can't happen.
Where did they come from? Dost thou know?
And to the best of my ability, I will describe the portal that I saw.
Dost thou know how to stop them?
If I did, I would have done it already.
We need to search for answers. We need to collect the dead. And we need to move. This is no longer our home or a safe place. I am sorry to be so blunt, but this is what we must do.
We will carry their names.
Briv, you see him just wipe on his cheeks, and then he reaches down and grabs the skull off the avian, and you see him kind of break off the bottom part of the beak and the jaw, and then he just starts with his knife. He pulls that out and starts kind of carving, and basically he is going to wear this as a headdress when he completes that.
Okay. You carve a somewhat ceremonial helmet out of the bones of Beakbreaker. Do you like carve runes into it as well?
Yeah, he starts to just simply in Orcish begins to basically tell Beakbreaker's story, and so you just see it's not artistic in any way. It is utilitarian, but he eventually just puts it on top of his head and tries to he just tries to find some leather that, if any leather still exists, whatever. He's strapping. He's making sure it's secured.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you pile up the dead.
And perform the ritual. I don't think pile is the right term. I think it would be lay them out and, honor their passing. And if any of them have names or anything discernible about them that I can write down to tell their story, I will.
Okay.
As Alindra
It's
is doing
very,
that,
very difficult for you to find out any information about most of the bodies.
as Alindra's doing that, Okira will turn to Penelope and say,
Will you help me, please?
Penelope
Thank
will
you.
help, and she will cast Druidcraft to lay flowers on each of them.
Penelope, you actually find in the tree where you climbed up a red leather satchel, which you had been keeping some of your items. It was still up inside the tree.
I grab it and I hold it close. I check to see what's inside, to see if anything survived the years.
Only the metallic items, nothing that was made out of wood.
I hold it close again. I will make this right. I swear it. I will make this right.
I will help you.
All right. What's your next move?
We should search for anything else that can explain exactly what happened. Anything else that can help us. Maybe find some pants and then find someplace safe to be.
I don't think Keen would leave us. Is the fairy circle still there?
Yes.
He
Is it
wouldn't
still
leave us
active?
that way out.
It is.
Do we know where this leads?
He would... Do we have a choice?
Well, it's still magical. It doesn't mean that you know how to activate it.
I figured it out once before.
This is good. We need to figure out how to activate it. We also need to figure out how to destroy it once we're through. Wherever we go, we need to make sure that the Ocean of the Dead cannot follow.
The gateway is closed, yes.
Should we head to the library, see if there's anything left behind there? Go to Keen's room, see if he left us any notes?
Yes, it's a good idea.
First, I
Okay, so where in Storm Herald are you heading to?
I think first to go to Keen's room.
Before we leave, can we check the statues to see if he left us any messages there?
You
Okira
observe the
looks-
statues, and they're fairly rough likenesses, but you don't discern any particular clues. Only the message that he was sorry they could not find you.
Whilst thou art looking, I shall go and keep an eye on the undead army to make sure that they are not aware of our presence. And then Briv just starts to kind of find some kind of high point. I know that we're crashed or whatever, but he's just trying to find a stable point where he can keep a lookout, because it's my understanding that we can see them on the horizon somehow.
Yes,
Is that
you
correct?
can.
Yeah. So he is
And,
just watching for any actual movement.
At this moment, it begins to snow, but it's almost more ash than snow. The temperature you find to be very close to freezing.
Okira looks
There is no
really
sun
uncomfortable.
or suns in this world anymore. They're all gone.
Yeah.
Penelope, I'll come with you to Keen's room. These statues make me angry.
And she'll just follow Penelope to Keen's room to go search the room, see if there's anything left behind there, that maybe he left a note or a message or something.
Or Kira, Keen did his best. Don't be angry that they're so rough.
No, it's not.
She like stops and she goes,
No, it's.
I'm sorry, I feel that was an Averin comment.
That's why I didn't do it in the Briv voice. Sorry.
she looks way more uncomfortable at the fact that they're there than anything that they look like. So
Okay, you go to Keen's room and you find multiple skulls. It's a little disturbing at first, but you enter it and it's definitely a hunter's cabin, and they're all manners of skulls, 2 dragon skulls, lots of creatures that you can't identify. It appears that Keen has been on many hunts over the last 50 years. And so it's very lived in. You do find amongst many of his things have been destroyed, there is a singular tablet, a rough piece of stone that appears to be some sort of map.
What is it?
And it is the map of this area, and you seem to be able to identify a mountain range, which you very well may be at. And to the east, there is something marked as the Library of Norn.
This is what we were told to seek, for whatever reason.
And that is where we must journey.
Also on the map is a city marked as the last city.
I thought all the cities here rolled around.
That's to
How
the
can
north.
it be marked on a? How can it be marked on a map?
Maybe it got stops, or I don't know.
Is the last city?
They move.
The map is extremely rough. This was not chiseled by someone who was very good at chiseling. This could, in fact, possibly have been chiseled by Keen himself.
Is the direction of the library in a similar direction to the city, or are they in opposite directions?
One's northeast, one's east.
Should we go to this last city first, see if we can find answers, supplies, help?
Perhaps. How are we going to get there? It wasn't safe to travel on the ground then. I can't imagine it would be safer now.
There's no way to get the city lifted again?
We can look. I wouldn't expect that there would be. I don't know. If
The
we
library,
are
then?
traveling
So, okay.
in a
So
graveyard,
what are you doing, Alindra?
I'm looking for some way to activate the fairy ring. I think that Keen would not leave us without a way to get help.
Okay, I want you to roll an Arcana check. And then, meanwhile, Briv, I need you to roll a Perception check. What is Okira doing?
22.
Oh, what?
20 on the die, 22.
Nice.
A 16 on the die, which makes it a 26.
Don't be mad,
Alindra,
Tom.
We do a few things well.
you touch the fairy ring and you touch one of the actual runes on it, and suddenly it kind of erupts in slight dim glowing light. It's not activated, but it's certainly functioning. Briv, at that exact moment, you see what was just a plain, writhing, cresting mass of undead, the bulk of which appears to be just blackened zombies from decay. But at the crest of it are skeletons, all armored and with weapons. And they all stop. The waves all stop. And in the distance, you see them all turn towards Storm Herald and begin to move.
Just to let all of thee know, we have a
Back in the
problem
bag?
on the way.
What? What is it?
You
The
all
ocean
start
of
feeling
the
an earthquake.
undead prevail upon us.
What do we do? Go where? Can you open the portal?
I don't know.
Well,
I didn't.
last
Did I
time
find
opened
anything in Keen's
with-
room that seemed to activate the portal?
Last time it opened with the work of my forest. Maybe I can help. And Penelope will throw her hands on the ground and cast plant growth around it, hoping that she can bring some life back.
You cast plant growth, and grass and flowers and mushrooms start to just populate around the fairy circle, and the fairy circle seems to get more powerful and starts glowing a brighter green. As you do so, you hear this thunderous screaming in the distance. Just writhing screams of the dead in the distance. As they move closer and closer, and the ground begins to shake.
Is it open?
It's now open.
Faster, faster.
Then we have to
Faster
run.
would be better.
Okira's gonna stand
I tapped
between.
into my head to try and think of if I've read any tales or heard any tales of how in the past they would move it through the fairy rings.
You can roll a history check.
Okay.
Riv walks up to it and he just
I was waiting for that.
spits on it.
15?
It is ineffective, Riv. Your spit does not activate the portal.
Riv is confused.
Nice try.
What did you roll, Alindra?
15.
All right. You do recall something about some of the words that you have to speak to get it to activate in Primordial.
I'm sorry. You have to speak in Primordial to activate it?
Yeah.
Well, luckily, I speak Primordial. Do I know the incantation at all?
You can figure out the incantation, but you have to choose a location to go.
Briv starts
That you know
to
of.
walk around the area and
Okay.
try to fortify where we are the best that he can.
Okira's just going to stand between Penelope and Alindra and where the attacking horde is coming from, and she's just ready. These are undead. These are her wheelhouse. She will destroy them.
I'll give you as much
Alindra,
time
what
as I
is your
can.
armor class?
My armor class is currently 12 because we were in pajamas.
Because we're in pajamas.
Riv, you
And
see
are in pajamas.
a spear made out of pure human bone sail through the air, moving past you, heading directly for Alindra.
How close am I to her?
Good times.
You are next to the portal and you spit into it, so I'd say you're within about 5 feet.
Okay. Can't do much about that unless you let me use a reaction to do something, but
You can
otherwise-
use your reaction.
Okay. I will try to, smack the spear out of the sky with my shield.
You have the shield of the Griffin, which actually allows you to have a reaction to block any ranged attack.
Oh, that is very true.
And that
Very
allows you,
true.
that forces it to actually attack you instead of them.
That's
so
fine.
what is your armor class?
My armor class is a 20.
Okay, it's actually an
Except
additional.
this is a ranged attack, so
Right.
it is 23.
Okay, you bring your shield up at the last second, and the spear clatters against the shield and bounces off.
How close are these undead now?
Very close enough to throw a spear.
Do I see them?
Yes, you see them.
I'm gonna turn
They're
undead.
climbing up the mountainside.
Nope, not anymore. Turning undead.
Nice.
So I do imagine that in her red plaid nightgown, she pulls out her holy symbol, which is the other thing she was sleeping with, and presents it and speaks a few words. And every undead within 30 feet that can see or hear me must make a wisdom saving throw DC 14, which might be a lot. And if they fail, they are turned, they have to run away, and if they're under a CR something, they just die. And she's going to present her holy symbol, and she's going to say,
Figure out the portal, we'll hold them off.
You hear a horrible screeching, just. They all stop in a perfect circle around where you are pointing the holy symbol. And they just kind of scream in agony, and you see these cold red glowing eyes seething with hatred looking at you, and then they slowly step back.
This is not for you.
They are not running away. They are pushing up against some kind of invisible force.
all right, as long as they're not getting closer. Yeah, Okira's going to do that. She's going to spread her wings and just block her friends. Say,
Get the portal going.
she's going to just keep sneering at these undead.
And I go in and I begin the incantation and the gestures and all of the things that I know are required to activate it in speaking in Primordial.
All right, we are officially in combat as you were speaking. Primordial Alindra, another spear hits you. Well, is going to hit you.
Do I see where it came from?
Yeah, it's coming from the undead.
Okay. If I see where it came from, are they within 30 feet?
Of you? No.
Yes. The one that threw the spear, are they within 30 feet of me?
No.
Shit. Never mind.
Briv, you are actually on another round, so you can actually decide to use your reaction if you want to.
Oh, it's a new round? I will definitely do so then. Armor class 23 against that attack.
All right, the first one you block, you raise your shield, and another spear shatters. They are purposely aiming very specifically at only Alindra. No one else.
I don't know when my turn is, but my intent is to get in front of Alindra, and I am just simply going to tell her to kneel down, and I am doing my best to provide cover for her, as much cover as I possibly can provide to her.
Okay. The next hit is actually going to still hit you, and it actually pierces your armor and does 6 points of damage.
To me or to Briv?
Finally.
No, to Briv.
I feel alive.
Okira, the undead, seething with rage, step 1 foot closer.
I'm gonna breathe on them. I told them to stay back. I warned you.
What's the range on your breath attack?
It is a 15-foot cone. They have to make a DC 13 Dex saving throw or take.
They're not within
fire
15 feet yet.
Oh, well then I would not breathe.
Okay.
All right, if they take one. All right, never mind. Sorry, is it my turn?
No, let's everyone have roll initiative.
I got super excited. Okira hates undead so much. Well, it's not the best. I got 7.
21.
Jeez. Hey, Alindra? Who's after 21?
Hope, what did you get?
9.
Okay, it's you, then me,
Oh,
then
wow.
Okira.
What did you get?
I got an 8.
9, 8, 7. Oh, that's bad. Oh.
Okay, Alindra, what are you doing?
I know I need to buy us some time, and I know that I have not had a chance to rest yet, and so this is going to take basically everything I have. But I'm going to cast a fireball out towards the undead.
Okay.
And keep them at bay while I do what I need to do.
At the ones that specifically Okira is blocking?
Yes, I mean, wherever they seem to be coming in the closest, that whole area is just going to... and I'm going to set it as far back as I can while still catching the front line.
What's the saving throw?
It's Dex 15. And do you want me just to start rolling those dice now?
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot. Let's see what
Okay, Hope, what are you doing? What is Penelope doing?
I mean, still, I guess the plant growth is done, so she's gonna throw up her hood, her elven cloak, which makes her even more difficult to see than an elf halfling already is. And I will cast Bark Skin on myself. It gives me a DC or an AC of 16, just to prepare.
All right, Briv.
So help me visualize just a little bit. Like, how many undead are we talking about? Are we talking hundreds or thousands? Like what?
Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. Is there any? When I was talking about fortifying earlier, I guess I assumed we were in some manner of ruins, or is this open though?
No, they are climbing up. So Storm Herald is literally like off tilt up against the mountainside. You went up into one of the towers and you could kind of see over the western slope,
right,
the Ocean of the Dead coming up.
Okay, so they are coming up the mountain at us, but we still
Correct.
have walls of some sort around us, or
Yeah,
are they
some of the
all
walls
gone?
are still, some of the walls of Storm Herald were actually magical, though, had been ripped out of the base of the fortress itself. So some of
how
those are
many
still standing.
Where we currently are, how many openings? I'm essentially trying to understand like what the flow of all this is. Like where are they coming? Are they just surrounding us at this point? Or
They
are they coming
will
from somewhere?
eventually try to surround, but right now they're coming up the front. So you do have like a couple of window slits they could try to squeeze themselves through or climb over. Right now, I envision Okira right now is on top of that wall, brandishing her holy symbol, keeping them at bay.
Okay.
But the way it is I should have done it more like this way. So like Alindra, you as you're up the slope of the actual Storm Herald, because it is on a tilt, you can actually see the Ocean of the Dead over the wall. So the wall is like here, and then many of you are like right here. So you're like looking down at the dead, but there is a wall between you and them.
Okay. And it doesn't like there's not a door necessarily, or are they coming around that
definitely not a
section of the
door.
wall?
Yeah, there's no door.
Okay.
Then
So
I'm going to send Griff to the where the spheres were, the control center, just to see what's there while this is going on.
Okay.
What
So
we're
did
doing
you finish your
next.
damage roll for Fireball, by the way?
Yeah, it's 28.
Okay. The
28
Fireballs.
for a hit and half on a miss.
Yeah, they definitely got hit. What is the range? What size is the bubble?
So it's a 20-foot radius sphere, so a 40-foot diameter.
20 feet of undead burst into flames, writhing, screaming, and they almost instantly turn into ash as you do so. And this gives Okira a lot more clearance now. But the swarm continues to move forward.
That was
Okay, so
awesome.
right now, though, yeah,
I'm
I'm sorry,
busy.
I'm just trying to figure this part out. No one hostile is within melee range of us,
No.
and it looks like they are not going to be able to do so unless they climb this wall or come around somehow.
That is correct.
Okay, got it. All right, so Briv is going to, as he sees Alindra's, finger kind of point over and the bead comes out, blossoms into a fireball. He says, concentrate on getting us out of here. And then kneel down. And basically, Briv is literally just going to provide cover. And if there's anything in the area, whether it's corpses or anything else, he is just going to literally try to make a wall,
Okay.
where Alindra can be behind him. And the idea is I'm wanting to at least provide 3/4 cover, even if that means I can't use my shield for my own armor class.
Okay. All right. Understood. All right.
Thank you, Griff.
are.
And then I go back to that for party also. Sounds of the earth.
4 spears miss and just plant themselves in the ground around Briv and Alindra. One of them does hit.
Hits Briv.
One of them will hit Alindra, but you do have a reaction if you want to take it, Briv. Okay.
Do I have shields?
Sorry, 1 second. We can't hear him.
Oh no.
Sorry, I almost choked on sweet tea and killed myself.
No!
I'm okay
We
now.
can't
Though.
lose 2 people in a session.
All right. I am okay.
Not to your friend Sweet Tea. No.
Everything
No.
is okay.
No.
This is the second time Sweet Tea has tried to kill me. All right, so ultimately, I am. That's 23 on that, and I'm certainly using my reaction.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. It strikes your shield yet again. Okay, now we are on to Alindra. What are you doing?
I am focusing on trying to activate the ring.
Make me another Arcana check.
Oh no, I do not. It was a 1.
What did you
It's
want to
11
have
with
happen?
Arcana.
What did you want to have happen?
Well, there's a fireball and there's a Briv shielding me, and the light is confusing me. Briv, move! I can't see what I'm doing. It's dark and it's primordial cats. No, that's not right. She can't find the words.
What were you trying to do with the portal? Like, where were you trying to go?
I have no idea. I just knew that Keen would use it to travel sometimes, and that was the only hope I had, was out.
Okay. The portal
right
lights
now,
up.
the bag is safer than anything else at this point.
Yeah. The portal lights up, and it consumes both Alindra and Briv, and you see them disappear in green fiery ash.
Green
And they're
flame.
gone.
Is that good?
How much longer until it's ready? So I've got my back to them. I'm just holding up the holy symbol.
You don't hear anything.
Is it still open though? Or is it
Yep.
like... Can I make like a wisdom check to see if it seemed like... Did they burn up or did they go through somewhere?
Yeah, you can make a wisdom check. You didn't hear them scream.
Alright, it's a 6.
They're fine.
Okay.
Go into the flames.
Okay. Yep. That's what she'd do.
No.
All right, Penelope Halfpint jumps into the circle of flames, and you turn into green flames and ash as you do so. As you feel almost like you were being torn apart and put back together again. Okira,
Do I
still
hear
no word
any
from
of
your
this?
compatriots. No one has communicated to you about anything. What are you doing?
She's staring down these undead in her nightgown. She's like,
I will burn you all. You will turn all to ash. There is no one that is. Hey, where'd everybody go?
You see this glowing green portal behind you.
Oh, she did it. She did it.
and then she'll just jump off the wall and book for the portal because she's just assuming that it worked and she was too far away.
As you put your holy symbol and you jump off the wall, the Ocean of the Dead just crests over the wall, rolling. And as you touch the portal, you see your hands disappear first, and then your arms and legs. And it's an excruciating amount of pain. And you just see this wall of undead coming down onto the portal at this exact moment. And you can feel their arms grabbing onto you as you disappear.
That's bad.
Alindra and Briv, and Penelope and Okira, you all feel yourselves reassembled suddenly through magic, through the weave, and you are on the steps of some extremely large room made completely of gold.
Close the portal. They're behind me. Close the portal. They're behind me. Ah!
And she's just flashing.
And whatever
Briv
is
just
holding the
grabs-
portal on this end,
And pulls Orkira.
Yeah.
Ah!
whatever is
Cool,
keeping the
Okira,
portal-
through.
Be like,
Several of the undead come through as well, start pouring through this portal.
Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it.
and she'll I mean, if they're close, if they're within 15 feet, now she'll at them.
So what?
Sorry, what's the technical term for what you were doing?
It's a technical term for the breath weapon, you know, which
Oh.
often sounds like, but hey, it's fire. It's good.
All right, the portal
there-
closes, and there's about 20 undead have made it through.
Form up. Have at thee.
Boom,
Briv
15-foot cone.
Strides forward.
Yeah, 15-foot cone that doesn't include Briv.
Well, the
That's
next
fine.
step is Hope, technically.
Oh, we're back.
I mean, honestly, I'd love to attack, but I think Penelope would just be so overwhelmed by all the gold. She probably doesn't even know what's going on behind her. She's just, what?
As you look around you, you see about 30 what look like clerics, all dressed in white, with masks, all murmuring to themselves as you enter this golden palace.
Where are they? Are they like above us or like just in front of us?
They're in front of you. Above.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Above on the stairs.
Any of the symbology on the clerics or in the room that we're in?
Sun symbols.
Yikes!
Penelope would
I've
just
never
start
been afraid of
walking
the sun
forward.
before. Now I am.
I wonder if they're friendly. Let's find out.
You hear this voice that shakes the entire hall that says, "Enough!" And the dead stop. And you see this woman with silver hair and completely white skin, almost elvish, much like the vision that Okira had previously in the fire, standing on a throne.
Okira's standing next to Briv, like ready to breathe on all of these undead. She's like, oh. Hello?
Who exactly are you, and why have you invaded my palace?
Well, I am Melindra Alexandra Garanhill Sarabrand. I'm Lordkeeper of Rhyme Sparrow, favourite of Crown Monkey Mouse. And you?
I am Saranthus, goddess of light.
Oh, hello. Keen sent us.
Kinda.
Keen sent you?
Well, yes, sort of. We don't know where he is exactly.
He is dead.
We don't know where he is exactly.
I'm so sorry.
I'm with Penelope.
You're Saranthus.
Yes.
I spoke to you in the Vale.
So, Saranthus, you killed
It was
King.
very long ago, but yes, I spoke to you. That's true.
So thou hast
know-
killed Keen.
Well, he had to be purified.
Of what?
Well, he wouldn't believe. So he forced my hand. I had to destroy him.
I believe that I shall destroy thee, if that is what thou dost.
Wait.
Yeah.
Set is that anyone who doesn't agree with you must be eradicated. Is that correct?
Well, I feel like that's a very simplistic answer to the problem.
Why can't we ever take the portal to the nice
I can
places?
understand a more complex answer if you'd like to give it. From what you just said, you essentially said he disagreed with me, so I killed him. That's not generally...
I tried to save Keen, and he refused my help.
How did you try to save him?
I tried to let him be part of us, part of this city. I have saved the people of this world from themselves.
Can I insight this person? This is supposed to be a god who, like, was related to Pelor, and now this is feeling very not good. Do I think that this is really who this person says that they are?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check.
Right now, she is essentially the antithesis of everything I believe about autonomy and people being left to their own devices and choice.
I got a 25.
Linda is trying to listen, but she's
a
slightly
god.
quaking with rage.
Okay.
She's
I know
a god,
this sounds
but
alarming, but sometimes you have people in your life that are extremely destructive. Keen was one of those people. His obsession is what led to his downfall.
His obsession.
He wouldn't join our city, and so he became a threat to our very way of existence. He just would have ended up being part of the ocean of the dead anyways.
Thine stupidity will lead to
It was
thine
kill him
downfall.
or kill him. Those were the choices that were given.
He had a choice. Everyone makes one. Everyone gets a choice to live or die.
A choice of
And
the
do
death
you?
sentence, of the mode of execution.
I don't die.
We'll see about that.
Huzzah!
I'm going to offer you the same choice I gave King. Look out the windows. See all the very safe and happy people that live in this city now. Because they believe in me. Would you take that away from all of them?
Are you asking us to worship you?
Yes.
The little
am-
sheep out there can do as they please.
I am your goddess.
You are not.
I didn't vote for you.
Not
Oh,
my
I have no
goddess.
Kara. I asked you to come and you did.
I had no choice where I went. And I continue to be faithful to my god, Pelor. And I will not be swayed by any other god who claims to only want followers for themselves and kill those who don't.
You really don't know what's happening here, do you?
No, not really, but I can only make choices based on what I know, and so far, you don't seem to want to give us any details except join me or die. So, there you go.
And I walk over
You
and I
can
stand
go
next
amongst the
door
city,
to-
you can talk to the people in the city to learn of their good fortune and how I have kept them safe this entire time.
Can we leave?
You just have to believe in me, and you will live.
You obviously exist, so therefore we believe that you exist. That's belief in you. Is that not satisfactory?
Not the type of belief I was hoping for, and I'm sorry, Alindra, I don't know that unless you are willing to convert, you will have to be the first one to go. We don't allow wizards on this world.
Then we will leave.
I can help you with that.
I don't think we want your help.
I think you misunderstand the situation. You're going to die.
Why? Why bother?
Why bother what?
All of
You're
us
the-
shall die, eventually, but not today.
It just matters how
Not
you
today.
live.
We've been told
You'll
we're
have
going
the
to
same
die and get killed by multiple people over the last 50 years that we've been in a bag, and everyone seems convinced of it. Them because I say so. Do you have a reason other than because you say so?
She turns. Bring me the old man. You've been gone for some time. I don't recall even sensing your presence for many years. I'm curious where all four of you have been this entire time.
In a bag.
Okay. Well, interesting. Not what I expected.
Neither were we.
You
So
still have an
all
opportunity
of
to help
these
people.
people-
You can help people in this city right now by being one of my champions. You can save these people from the evil.
Champions
Thou
of
art
what?
the evil. Thou keepest slaves out amongst the city.
They're true believers. They're not slaves.
Is it true belief if thou dost mandate that they believe?
Either way, it doesn't matter to me.
Did they? Have they freely given the choice to believe. Without threat.
Yes, many
Without
of them
coercion.
have. Well, what is coercion?
It's join me or die.
I created a situation where they were not worshipping false gods. They were not worshipping a god of death or destruction or chaos. They are worshipping light itself. I've given them that, and I have simply eliminated the choices that could have led them down a darker road. I have eliminated the wizards and all of the threats that they have posed to this planet. I have saved this world.
I'd imagine Okira still has her holy symbol out. She's going to silently pray to Pelor. And amongst her prayers, she's going to ask,
Is this truly who you consort with?
Oh, no, he doesn't, but I do have a nice surprise for you, Okira. You see two of these white-robed figures drag out a man with dark skin and golden hair and a golden beard. His eyes are sunken in, and he looks diseased. Almost like veins of blackness are crackling through his skin. You sense divinity in him, celestial energy. And you realize this man, this very old man who's being drugged by his knees, is Pelor.
What didst thou do to him?
Like you, I gave him a choice.
I'm just going to walk up to him. If someone tries to stop me, let me know. I'm going to walk up to this creature.
No one's even barely regarding you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Okira believes whether this is Pelor or not, but she sees someone in need. Can she figure out what's wrong with him?
Make a wisdom save, some kind of wisdom check. You can make it.
As she's doing that, Briv is just approaching Alindra, and he's asking very, just kind of crassly because he doesn't know the ins and outs of it, but he is essentially asking, is this place that we are in one of those dimensions? He's trying to get a sense if this is like another place like the bag world or if this is part of the real world.
Do I have any way of knowing?
Roll an Arcana check. So you have a very bad feeling.
Would you like a medicine check for my wisdom check?
That's fine. You can add that.
So 23.
And I got a 16 on my
and
medicine.
while this is happening too, Alindra has begun quoting from the doctrine of Agma, and one of the tenets of Agma is we must not abide the suppression of identity or those who seek to destroy the wisdom and learning of others. Those who fear knowledge attempt to blot it out with falsehoods and oppression.
Briv hears her say that word oppression, and he just, simply huzzah. Kind of echoing what she's saying.
And she sort of reaches her hand out and clasps his hand. And I look to Saranthus. And what did I notice anything with that 23? The Arcana?
You're almost absolutely certain that this is the real world. The weave feels natural here. It's not like the bag world.
And I got a 16 on my medicine for Pelor. Do I figure out what's wrong? What's happened?
It almost looks like the same disease that infected yourself, that infected Briv, that has infected everyone in the Ocean of the Dead, only this is far more advanced and far more powerful.
I'm going to instinctually just reach out and put my hand on his shoulder and say, I can help with this. And I'll cast Lesser Restoration because I know that's worked before.
Okay, what is Lesser Restoration?
Riv is kind of collecting Penelope at this point, too. Like in a huddle.
So this was what I used to cure Briv. And you touch one creature and can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. The conditions can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. But this was what I used to get the poison stuff out of his blood before it could do.
You cast it, and his body shakes, and his skin becomes thinner, his eyes more sunken, as if energy has been just sucked out of his body as you were doing this. And it fails. And now his hands are shaking.
Alindra, Penelope, listen.
You have to run.
Run where?
You have to find... You have to find a way to leave. Now.
I don't know if you are who she says you are, but we can't just leave you here. You're obviously not well.
And Saranthus stands up. Well, this is your god. Not very impressive.
As she's saying this, I'm trying to tell Alindra and Penelope that this foe is beyond us at this time. But I know a thing or two about raising support among those who are oppressed. We should feign belief and gather the masses and try to start something that shall overthrow this oppressor.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I message him and I go, Riv, I don't think it works that way.
Dost thou have a better idea?
You know I'm a god and I can hear you. Right?
Very well.
I do now.
Release us from this place, or we shall destroy thee. If this is how this is going to go down,
Okira, do you choose to believe?
I'm ignoring all of this and I'm still looking at Paylor in front of me. And I'm going to ask him,
how can I help?
Everything ends. Grab my hand.
I do.
You grab his hand, and it almost feels like it's going to break in your palm. And you feel some kind of warm glow for a moment. And his eyes increasingly become more and more sunken. And he seems to be trying to do something. He seems to be trying to channel some sort of energy into your hand. But he seems to be failing.
Is there nothing I can do to help? Can I mean, not just magically, like, she'll put all of her knowledge about healing to use in this moment. Is there nothing that she can do?
You don't know what's happening. The energy, the light inside of him is dissipating in front of you.
And he's like kneeling on the floor?
You know, Okira, I could always let him live.
No, I'm not paying attention to this false god. Okira's going to hug
I can
Paylor.
let him live. Fine.
I'm going to just hug him.
Okira motions her arm, and he breaks. And you just hear this You see golden light pour out of his eyes and mouth. And it dissipates as the entire room shudders, and a crack goes through the center of the hall, at the center of where his body is laying on the ground.
Do I still feel my god?
You do not. All of your spell slots are gone. You have no magic.
And the gentleman before me is dead?
Yes.
I will lay him out and start to do funerary rites and continue to pray to Pelor when I do.
There's really no point in any of that, I don't think, anymore, everyone. So I think everyone's agreed here. You don't want to be part of this.
Thou art correct.
Excellent. Well, thank you for disturbing my day. But I think it's time for all of you, well, to die. Any last words? Anything important you would like to say? Gods you would like to pray to that will not save you?
Briv starts to rush forward and says that, I hope there's some god to save thee. And he is rushing Saranthus.
Okay. One second. Everyone announce what you were about to do, if anything.
I'm praying over this body.
How large of a room is this?
It is immense, and is surrounded with statues of Saranthus.
I'm gonna call down lightning upon the god.
Okay. Everyone roll initiative.
19.
219.
6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who wants to go first?
You go.
I will. I said something first.
Mm-hmm.
I am rushing forward. Briv fully believes that Avandra, the goddess of boldness and luck and heroism, is with him with every step. And even if this ends in death, he will be reunited with his love in some type of paradise. And he rushes forward, and what he is trying to do right now is he knows that he's not going to be able to necessarily do anything to the body of the goddess, right away, but he's trying to position, move her, if that's even possible, into a better place to possibly be prone or fall downstairs or whatever, while he figures out next steps.
You're just trying to bum rush.
Shove. Yes.
Okay. All right. You rush her. She's
Athletics.
Going to go. Yeah, go and roll.
20 on the die. Probably doesn't matter on a skill check. Probably doesn't matter. We're going to say it's a 26.
Whatever happens, that's epic.
Yeah.
Briv the Bull Rusher.
What are you rushing forward with? You shield?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Smack a jack.
Surprisingly, you come barreling at her, and she's just bemused and smiling, and you strike her right in the face with the shield.
Briv punches a god.
She's using a reaction.
Have at thee. How dost thou like me now?
Oh, I like you just fine. She grabs you by the throat and raises you up in the air, and there's not a gash, not blood, but maybe you see a little bit more light shining through her skin than normally you've seen before. And she just grabs you by both arms and snaps you over her knee. You take 35 points of damage.
Oh.
That tickles. How does it feel not to be entirely in control, goddess?
Well, that was unexpected. Anyone else? It's now Hope's turn. Penelope's.
Yeah, me. Thundering cloud just fills the ceiling, and just bam, this bright light of lightning will just shoo, right down onto him. And,
all right, roll it.
It's a save. You'll need to do a save against a Dex 14.
Okay. Can't believe that was a 20.
That was amazing.
So easy to tell with, the ampersand on the die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is actually kind of helpful.
So 26 points of damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success.
Lightning erupts from the sky and strikes her. She seems like it. She kind of winces for a moment and just shakes it off. This is why I always kill the druids second after the wizards. Nice attempt.
Do I notice these white-robed individuals doing anything at this point?
They're just praying. They seem unconcerned. Almost catatonic in their state of meditation. Who's next?
I think it was Okira.
It might be.
I was after. I was last.
Yeah.
Because I was at
Okira?
6, so.
There is a lingering bit of golden light in your hand. And you can cast any spell. Only one. In D&D.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Just
It
on
is
this turn?
literally the last remnants of Palor.
Oh.
Oh, Taylor. Thank you, but you've given me. I'm not smart enough to take care of this. But I'll see what I can do.
She'll cast Wish.
Let's talk about Wish.
Let's talk about Wish. Let's have this discussion, Todd. Let's talk about this 9th level spell that neither of us are prepared to deal with.
Oh my god.
What is your wish?
Oh my god.
Okira is going
Think carefully
to wish.
before you say anything.
I know. I'm thinking super carefully. Okira.
This is
with
going to
her
be the rest of the
negative-
episode right here.
I know. Okira with her negative. No, I don't think. I don't think Okira thinks about it too hard because she's got -1 intelligence, and in this very moment, all she can think of. Yeah, I know.
I wish my 3 friends and I were back in time before we were eaten by the bag.
And she'll cast Wish. And now I'm just gonna sit back and Lauren is gonna pray to Paylor.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
All four of you disappear. And you hear screaming. Screaming from Saranthus that shakes the walls. As you go through a large tunnel made purely of every type of light you've ever seen and some types of light that you have never seen. You feel like your brain is being crushed and then reassembled again as you are moving through this portal, and you appear in an empty room. Actually, that's not true. The room isn't empty, it's just an immense hallway. In the center is this massive structure made out of brass and steel and gems. It's almost as if, like one of those large devices, you see planets and stars circling. It is constantly in motion. It is the size of a castle. It is above you at this moment. The room, immediately you can sense, is protected. There is a strong presence of the weave. You see all sorts of alchemical tools and devices. There are spell books and lore books all over the walls. And there is a very large construct with orange glowing eyes. Who are you, a-holes?
Hi.
I am Briv the Bold. Who art thou?
I am the guardian of this place, and I am afraid I must destroy you now.
No, we're friendly.
Come
We're
on.
friendly.
We
We're-
just came away from this.
Won't anyone be just our friends?
Well, I'm sorry, I was told to kill anyone who came here. I've never had anyone come here before, and that was what I was told. This place is protected. No one's supposed to be able to get in here. How did you get in
Who
here?
told you?
I was looking at the door just now, and no one went through.
Who told you?
I don't remember. It was a very
Yeah,
long
you're-
time ago.
Well, if you can't remember who gave the orders, then you shouldn't have to obey them.
That's fair.
By the way, I'm Melinda Alexandra Duran Hillstrand. Sarabrand. I'm Lordkeeper of Rhymespira. Who are you?
Hi, I have no name. I don't remember it. But I like your name's long.
Well,
I
You
have
shall
many
call
names.
her
They've
Al.
been given to me.
Monkey paw.
we can give you a name as our first order of business as new friends.
What art thou made of?
Metal, mostly, I think. Is this metal?
Briv walks forward and tries to examine what he's made of.
Ah! A little
Oh, no,
ticklish.
no. I mean thee no harm. I simply wish to examine thee.
He's made out of metal. Adamantine.
We shall call thee Adam.
Hello, Adam.
Strange name.
Best name ever.
I wonder if he's a warlock.
I love thine orange eyes, Adam.
Thank you.
So bashful.
Thou art
I haven't,
so
had,
handsome, Adam.
I haven't met anyone for a really long time. As you see, everyone here is dead. Unfortunately, there are a bunch of dead skeletons.
I thought you
I
said
didn't
no
do
one's
it.
ever been here.
I didn't do it. Don't freak out. They were mighty wizards and artificers who were working on this device. But they all died. You know.
They died making the device? Or after?
Yeah. Well,
What is the
meat
purpose
bags
of this
sometimes
device?
grow old over time. I'm not quite sure what old is, but apparently old is growing wrinkly and then not breathing anymore. So that's what happened to them.
Do you protect this device?
I do.
What does it do?
It doesn't work.
Why not?
Perhaps we can
They didn't finish it. They didn't have time.
Oh.
Dost
They were
thou
trying
know
to-
its intended purpose?
Yes. Something to do with time. Which I don't have a very good concept of. But, yeah. Seems like a worthy cause to, investigate.
This
Time.
whole time, Okira's been just staring at her hand after she cast the spell.
The
And
light
at that
has faded
she'll-
from your hand.
Yeah. But hearing that it has something to do with time, she'll look up and she'll say,
Really? Interesting.
So,
Okira? What was that? By the way.
I think it was a parting
Because
gift.
last I saw, Briv's spine was being snapped in two.
No, I'm doing fine. Trust me. I believe what happened is I smacked some sense into that goddess, and she released us from the realm.
yeah, you're not doing that great. Your back isn't
Walking like
broken,
an
but
accordion.
you are bleeding internally.
Very well. Just a scratch.
I
Yeah.
think Briv is right. I think he smacked Saranthus so hard we left.
Huzzah!
Right. So, I play chess with myself a lot. I always win, sort of. If you call
Adam?
stalemates winning.
This is an excellent
We
game.
art thou new allies or friends. Dost thou know the meaning of this word?
No.
It means,
means
that
It
friends.
thou
is the opposite of
must
enemy.
protect us with thine life.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sure. That's
If,
fine.
if thou so chooses.
I just remembered my name.
What is it?
Nope. I
What
lost
was your
it.
name?
Sorry. Never mind.
No?
Tis
You'll get
Adam.
there.
My name is Rend.
Rend the
Tis a
friend?
good one as well.
What?
Rend, tis a good name. I
Thank you.
know a thing or two about rending as well.
Yes. Sometimes I used to tear apart enemies clean in half. That's how I got my name.
Very well.
Lindra.
I feel
Have
the
you ever heard
room
this
got
name before?
uncomfortable.
No. Only in usage of the word.
So, Adam Rend,
I'm gonna walk over to Orkira and silently put a hand on her shoulder.
Yes.
she'll-
Still marrow.
I didn't tell thee my last name. How didst thou know that?
Oh,
What's
that's
a
complicated.
Peculiar construct. Thou said something about chess.
I would like to tell you, but that could complicate things.
For whom?
If I told you, your brain would explode and it would be very messy and you would die instantaneously. So that would be bad. I mean, I think that's bad, right? That's not like a
Yes.
thing people do normally for the
Generally.
recreational
Nice.
purposes.
Let us play chess instead.
Okay, let's play chess.
Yes, chess is excellent.
As we start to walk away, I turn
Um,
around to everyone else and say, please figure out what in the nine hells is happening while I distract the giant hulking killer robot. And he starts to
Yeah,
walk away.
he's about 10 feet tall and full of muscle and dumb. So, what are you doing?
I want to. I'm curious about this creature. I actually would like to play chess with him.
I'm curious
To be
about
completely
going
honest.
home. Does anyone know? Can he send us
Briv,
home?
are you broken? You seem kind of broken.
I'm fine. Nothing that a short rest won't cure.
He kind of
I
stares at
need
you.
quite a bit more than a short rest. We haven't rested since the bag.
You're bleeding inside. You'll probably die.
I
So,
am hardier than thou
Have you played chess
thinkest.
before?
Of course I have.
Rend, do you see different places that are not? Yeah.
Yes, sometimes I see different places and different people. I've been accused of that.
Is it something you've always done?
Yes.
Can
Good
you
talk.
choose to see them, or do they
Yes.
just appear? You can choose.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes if I think real hard about something, I can see it.
Do you travel ever? Yeah.
No. I guard this room. I mean, I used to travel
Where
with
did
the
you
love
like
of
to
my
go?
life.
Who's the
Oh, I've
love
been
of
lots
your
of-
life?
A tiny little gnome named Whittle.
That sounds nice.
Wait,
Where's Whittle?
He is nice.
don't we know a Whittle?
We do know a Whittle.
I believe that I insulted him because of his Whittle name.
It's not him. I don't think so. So
I sometimes
She's-
have difficulty telling without looking.
She was the leader of the gnomish. Sorry, Okira's still staying quiet. Lauren is just saying she's the leader of the gnomish
Yeah.
city that was on holiday, I think.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're
Briv
back in the world?
coughs up some blood, and then like he sees it in his hand, and he just kind of starts like painting his shield with it. Runes.
Oh, Briv. That's... Oh, Briv. Rend,
Telling the
Have we
story
met
of how
before?
he smacked sense into a goddess.
we've met before. We did.
I wouldn't say. What day is it? It's Thursday, isn't it?
Oh, that...
Is it
No,
Thursday
It's
yet?
it's
possible.
Wednesday. No, it's Wednesday. I think it's a Wednesday.
What does that have to do
feels
with
like a
anything?
Tuesday.
Oh, I don't know. I was just trying to figure out what day of the week it was.
This would have
We're
been some
very curious.
time ago, I believe. Long time ago.
Hmm. I don't think so.
No? How did you know
It
Briv's
is-
name?
No comment.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, don't tell us. Our heads will explode.
The head exploding thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. The head exploding thing.
Briv begins to take a short rest, and
I,
Cylindra has
I know how that
completely
goes.
commandeered my chess game.
It's true. She's moving pieces and playing and interviewing as she's doing some motivational interviewing as she moves the pieces.
Mr. Rend, do you know how to
Yes.
send us home?
Oh, I don't. It would take someone smart, like my Whittle, to. Well, just anyone very smart. Whittle was very, very smart, and she would probably be able to figure out how to finish this device.
Are any of these Whittle skeletons Whittle?
No, she's still alive out there. I would know if she was dead.
Penelope's gonna look around for a
will-
door. Is there a door?
There's no door.
How are we doing on the chess game?
Oh, you're winning. He keeps on trying to make moves that
Okay.
don't make sense. Like sometimes he takes the knight. Fireball.
This is the
He's
chess
learned
game
ultimate
he's
chess
playing?
from Calvin and Hobbes.
No, he's not reenacting our battle, is he? On the chessboard?
No.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
He's just playing
I
Dejaric
did
instead of
not-
chess.
Want to anger him, but I want to give him a run for his money if I can. So I'm not gonna let him win easily, but I'm not gonna win.
Roll an intelligence check.
Just flat.
Yeah.
Oh, not 20.
When it rains, it pours.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be a 24.
Oh. It appears you won. Picks up the chessboard.
But
No, I think
Adam,
You're
calm
fireball.
thyself.
No, that's why I was specifically said I didn't want to win. I was going to
Oh.
throw
Oh,
the
you
game.
didn't? Oh, you threw
Yeah,
the game.
that's what I was trying to say. Is I'm going to give
Oh.
him a challenge, but I'm not going to let him. I'm not going to let
I
him
won.
lose
Throws the game.
because I just want him getting it.
Yeah.
Same result.
Literally throws the game.
Oh, well, that's terribly disappointing. I thought
Okay,
that was
well,
better than that.
I have to get back to guarding the time machine. So if everyone,
I'd like to. May I look at
Time machine.
time machine and perhaps we can play some more chess later?
sure, that sounds fun.
All right. And now I'm
Oh,
going to
can
go
I
take
have
a
my
look
locket
at
back?
the
He looks at Penelope.
You're what?
You're wearing my locket. It's mine. Can I have it back?
This isn't right.
I'm sorry. You're not wearing it, but it's on your person. I can see it. I'd like it back.
I don't
Briv
think this
starts
is
to
your
feel
locket.
a little uneasy that this robot has 3D vision.
Penelope pulls out the locket. This is Averon's locket that you're talking about, right?
Yes, that's mine.
This belongs to a good friend of mine. This isn't yours.
No, that's mine.
Okay, then what's inside of it?
A picture of Whittle, my wife.
I'm just gonna look at everyone.
Oh, he has a widow wife.
Guys,
She's also tiny. That is also true. I've killed many
See, he
people for
gets
her.
it.
Alindra, what does this mean? Does that mean that you know Averon?
He's so rude.
I completely agree, Adam Rind.
He took your locket. Why would he do that?
I lost the game of chess.
I'll
Oh,
tell
no.
that to you.
I lost a fight. Yes,
I
it
love-
wasn't
I love
him.
that
It was
character.
an illusion of him. Like an illusion is a thing that is not real. And I was fighting something that was not real, and he got it off me. Which is rude.
I'll give it
Very
back to you.
rude.
If you help us go home.
Well, behold the time machine, which is broken and not working. Did I help?
Did you ever lose to him? Did you ever win against him?
That's a complicated answer. Or complicated question.
It is. Both.
One might say I've won many times against him, and one might say I've lost many times against him as well. Those
Cut
are both
the
true.
nonsense. On 3, we are all
You should
going
never
to
cut
start
nonsense.
making sense.
You don't want to hurt nonsense, do you?
We just want to go home.
Riv throws up his
Okay.
hands and walks away.
You may go home.
Well, thank you. Can we use your broken time
Thank you for my
machine?
locket. Sure, if you think you can fix it, that would be fantastic. And then
Was
maybe
there anything else in Averon's pockets that looks like it belongs on the the time machine?
there's a gun.
There's this gun.
As I assume Penelope just points it at everyone, and everyone does.
Okay, here.
Does this go inside of a time machine?
Safely.
No, I don't. No.
Does the dragon eating its own tail have any meaning for you?
Yes, a lot. I don't remember what it means, but I feel like it means much.
I feel the same way.
Okay. Guys, I think with our heads put together, we can figure out
take a
how to
look
fix
at-
this machine.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
And I will
take a
give the
look
What
locket
would
at
that
back.
do?
Okay. Thank you so much. I miss her.
I'm sure she
Sorry.
misses
Would
you.
thou sayest thou misses her a whittle or a what?
Alindra
what?
knows. Brave Steel Marrow, I don't care if you did just smack a god. Upside the head.
You bleed more internally.
I have been doing light activity and a short rest, and I will be fine.
You know, like you
Of all
do.
people, you're the one who's sensitive that your ex is.
You had to do something
Uh,
while you were playing
Does
chess.
Briv feel like if he drank the red liquid potion that kind of looks like blood, that his problems would go away?
Yeah, it's anyone's game, really. I mean, you are in the room of a crazy construct, but probably, very likely, maybe.
Okay. I unpop it.
All right, you drink a bunch of red potion.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
Red drank.
Red, I love me some red drink. You just, you open up that packet, you pour a little bit of that red drink in something.
Briv's
know
about
you're-
to bust through the wall.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Briv is now 10 feet tall.
Am I really?
Yes, you really are 10
Oh,
feet
you
tall.
couldn't-
I
Oh,
actually
it's a
am
god.
10 foot tall and bulletproof.
You were carrying a very tiny shield.
Are you sure that you're bulletproof?
No, okay, let's not. find
Try
that
me,
out.
Penelope.
Okay.
Goodness.
Well, you got bigger. You drank the big potion. I see.
There's some strong
There
red
you will
drink.
find books about the time device if you want to try to fix it. I think they were very, very close, but they just couldn't clone themselves enough to survive. And things went bad. We've been hiding from, I think, an evil goddess for many years now, trying to get this all sorted out. So
That
Yes,
sounds-
Briv,
No
let's
pressure.
read. Everyone should pick a book.
Yeah.
Let's read.
Briv does not read unless it has pictures.
Okay, you look at pictures. We'll read.
Alindra, what are you doing?
So there are books. There's the machine.
Diagrams, books,
Engineering
everything.
plans. I'm
Yep.
gonna go try and absorb whatever I can that seems to make sense.
Make a Arcana check.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of this is
was
deep artificer
wondering-
knowledge, but Arcana, like you feel like, okay, this is very bound to the weave.
I have foreseen this moment. So it would make it a 23.
Oh boy. You can absolutely repair this.
I can fix this.
After, I will say, several, like about 30 minutes, maybe even a full hour of you reading this, you get your short rest. You realize that you know how to complete that you know that you can complete this.
How can we help?
But there's one problem. It's going to take you a very long time to repair it.
More time.
Briv begins to walk around and see if he's going to be stuck here for a long time.
There
what
is
else
no
is in
exit.
this place? So there's no.
Nothing.
It's how large is the room?
Oh, it's massive. It's like the size of a castle, but nothing but beakers and vials and everything else. Alindra, you realize that it will take you 263 years to finish the device on your own.
It's actually not that long in the grand scheme of things.
Divide that by 4.
But we do have... I don't know how long they live, so... Might be a while for them. Alright.
Let me be clear. Briv does not have that kind of time.
Well, what else are we supposed to do?
My own. Probably 363 years if Briv tries to help. Is there a way to speed myself up? We need more
Are you asking
hands.
me?
Yes. Or Adam, would you... Rend. Would
My
you
name's
want to
Rend.
help?
I can help,
Rend.
but I'm not very good. I just lift things mainly and kill things.
All right.
Are you going to fix the machine?
I can, but it will take a very, very long time, and I
That's
really
what they
need
all
some
were saying as well, before they died of old age.
Does anyone have any way to help?
Adam Rind, art thou aware of any other creatures in this space?
There are no
Besides
creatures in this
thyself.
space besides us. My name's Rend.
And there's no way of leaving this space. Is there no room anywhere? Like another door?
No doors.
A crawl space, a hole, anything.
No, I'm afraid not. This place
This
had to
thing
be
is huge,
protected
right?
from
This thing
Couldn't
is
let a
huge.
machine like this. So yeah,
You-
the place is massive.
You have a vendetta against Eberron, yes? We know someone
Not
else who has a
vendetta.
problem.
We're just not like super close friends. I don't think so.
Mm.
I mean, maybe we are. Friends fight
We know
sometimes.
someone else who is not particularly fond of Eberron.
Not off the top of my head.
Yes.
He makes a lot of non-friends.
He
I've
had a
heard.
made-up
Fine.
name.
Oh,
Vordred?
that sounds familiar. Vordred. Yes, he's very
Yes.
silly.
Very made up. I have an announcement to make to the entire group. I am truly sorry that me smacking the goddess brought us to this new prison. So I am sorry about the consequences of my actions. I have been told that apologizing makes me the bigger man, and I am 10 feet tall at the moment.
You are a very big man right now, yes.
Huzzah.
And we appreciate your apology.
And at least we're alive. I suppose we'd be dead otherwise.
Well,
Tis
you'll be
true.
dead soon.
Oh,
As you
Was
grow
very
old and die.
heroic.
as Alindra
Well,
mentions,
263 years to repair it on myself. By myself, I could probably do that and still be well into middle age.
as Alindra and Penelope talk about Vordred, Okira's been standing just basically with this kind of sad smile on her face the whole time. She reaches into the pockets of her bathrobe, pulls out the bag, holds it out, and says, "Everything must end." And just holds it out for Penelope.
I don't understand.
Or Kira, dost thou suggest that we throw the robot into the bag?
I'm pretty sure that's not what she was saying.
I don't know what we're supposed to do next. I'm just trying to convince myself to move on. It's all.
And she'll
Wait.
hold out the bag.
We could
You think we
leave
can get
Alindra
up
with her long lifespan here to fix the time machine, and we could become conquerors of the bag world.
We can't leave Alindra by herself.
She'll be with Adam Rend.
I don't
Just
like
right.
that either.
I prefer to be with people.
I mean, we would come back for thee.
No. If you guys want to go, I will stay with Alindra and I will help her until I die. Because that is what a good friend would do.
Thou wilt
I
die
know.
in, like, just a few years.
Not that old.
How old art thou?
Well, I don't know. Halfling years. I'm 33.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm just a youngling. I have at least a good 100 years to go, at least. So, I can be of help until I grow old and die. Because I can also create
we
food
think-
and water.
There is any hope of rallying friends in the bag world.
Briv could
Anything
go as a
like that.
diplomat.
Oh, mm-mm.
You could, but perhaps we could try something else as well.
I
All
could
right,
go
what
with
is everyone
Briv.
doing?
Briv, I will be no help here. This time stuff is not anything I can help with. But I can help you rally help in the bag. You'll have me.
I shall be honored by thine presence. And perhaps we shall corner little made-up name, whatever it is, and we shall make him send us back. Will we ever be able to return to this place?
He's wise. In a manner of speaking. Maybe not particularly.
What's
He does seem
Penelope
to have
say?
You could have just stopped at Wise, Alindra.
I don't want us to split up.
I think
It might
we should all
be-
go together. I agree.
In
with Penelope.
adventuring, splitting the party has always worked to the advantage.
It worked
Thou
so well
must
when we got
use thine
food.
resources to their fullest.
You do not know that you will find anyone that can help you in the bag world. That can help you fix this device.
It's a time machine, right?
And there are potions and books around.
There are.
Is there anything
Hundreds.
that has information about summoning?
Is there food?
No, there's no food.
Oh,
Actually, there is. There is food.
I
okay.
can
And
create
weird little
food.
vats, kind of laboratory vats and stuff like that. Passable as food. Healing
Very
potions.
well. So the plan shall be, we shall do what we must to fix this infernal machine and hope that Alindra can return in time to a point where Briv and Penelope and possibly Orkira are still alive.
Wait, one moment, Briv. Do any of the books have anything about summoning or duplicates or unseen servant type stuff?
There are. You do know that you can, by a cursory kind of check of this place is impervious. Nothing can be summoned in or out normally.
Okay.
Unless you cast a wish spell.
Use the time before. Where are we? And you said there are windows?
No, there's
Are
no
there any
windows.
No windows, no doors. Haunted mansion ride for all.
Lindra, we'll help as long as we can.
Then we should begin. There's a lot to do.
Let
Go
us
die.
begin.
We will die
You mind?
heroes.
All right, what is everyone doing?
Helping. Lifting heavy things and reaching tall things for Alindra.
Same.
Not as tall as Brief.
Absorbing as much information as I can. You know, I'm so tired. I need to rest first before we start.
Okay.
Please, can we rest?
Take a rest. We have
And so
all the time
I
in the
will
world.
set up Leomund's tiny hut and safely have a place for us to go take a rest.
All right, then that's how we're going to conclude the adventure. All right, thank you everyone for watching Heroes of the Vale.
Oh boy.
Thank you to my wonderful players, Hope Lavelle, Adam Bradford, Jen Kretschmer, and Laura Urban. We will be back next week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time through 4 p.m. And we'll see if everyone can not die or die of old age. We'll see how
We'll
that
be
goes. Thank you
fine.
everyone for watching. Bye.
Bye.